standout moment at the Misters of Nigeria 2025 grand finale held at the MUSON Centre in Onikan, Lagos. Godwin Awaji-Iroso Abiodun emerged as Mister Cosmopolitan Nigeria 2025, securing his place amongst the prestigious top 6 who will go on to represent Nigeria at the various international pageants. Wow. Representing Rivers State, Godwin captured the spotlight, I beg your pardon, with his charisma, intelligence, and purpose-driven narrative. He will represent Nigeria at the Mister Cosmopolitan International Competition later this year in Thailand, where he will join contestants from around the globe in showcasing excellence, cultural awareness, and advocacy. A proud son of Rivers State, Godwin is a creative entrepreneur and a youth empowerment advocate with a passion for transformation through skills and knowledge. A graduate of Rivers State University, he is the founder of a youth-focused platform that provides training in tech skills such as graphic designs and videography, practical tools that help young people become self-reliant and responsible contributors to society. His initiative has already reached 5 states across Nigeria with countless testimonies of lives changed. Godwin raises in his national competition to reflect his determination to lead by example, blending creative flair with social impact. As Mister Cosmopolitan Nigeria, he steps onto the global stage not just as a model but as a voice for youth creativity and innovation. As Nigeria continues to emerge, to so much attention and the international pageant scene, all eyes are now on Thailand, where Godwin will carry out not just but a story, one of grit, growth, and giving back. Now, Godwin, that's such an amazing portfolio you've got there.
Thank you.
Now, for those who don't know Godwin, they want to hear from Godwin. Who is Godwin Awaji-Iroso Abiodun? How did the Abiodun come about? So?
Okay, well, first, originally, my dad's from Edo State.
Okay.
Yeah, Sabongida, and my mom's from River State.
Okay.
So, and then, you know how the things about going to school, being an indigene is like, and I lost my dad. And I was born and brought up in a family that cares a lot about your well-being.
Okay.
And I was advised to change the name into Godwin Awaji-Iroso. Godwin Awaji-Iroso. Godwin is a name, it's the meaning of Oluwasegun. My first name is Oluwasegun.
Okay.
Abiodun is my father's name.
Okay.
So I added the Awaji-Iroso, which means God has done it enough.
God has done it enough.
Yeah. And then Godwin Awaji-Iroso is a model.
Yeah.
He's a person that has an open heart.
Okay.
I have a flair for creativity, and I also like keeping fit, because I believe that in order for you to have a mental mind, you must have a great body, great health, because good body, good health life promotes mental health.
Good body, good health life promotes mental health. That's, I think I would write that down after the show and take it to heart. Now, I'm wondering, why modeling though?
My story as a person was inspired by different things.
Okay.
I lost a figure so dear to me, and then life threw a lot. I lost like 4 persons in the family.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then just when I thought it was over, life threw another one at me. So, as a child, I grew up in a military home where they taught us to be strong through our actions. And then I had to sit down, and of course I'm a creative, so I had to sit down and then think about how life would be for me if I use this thing as a tool to create positive change.
Yeah.
I was already on the journey to positive change, which was influencing youth and empowering them. So, and I knew that if I was to do any negative thing with the situation, I won't be able to push my advocacy as much as I have been pushing it. And of course, I have a lot of persons looking up to me.
Yeah.
So I seized that opportunity and I decided to venture into modeling because at first it was for fun and it was therapeutical.
Yeah.
So then I decided to focus all my energy because they said what's doing, anything else worth doing is what's doing well.
Yeah.
So I started making moves. I had to make sure that on my end I was putting everything right as much as I wanted to.
Now, that's really, you know, these are the sides of people you don't see. Yeah. So I really appreciate the fact that you are sharing this with me. So what was your life like before modeling, and now you are a model? What's your life looking like?
There's this saying that goes like, I say it often.
Okay.
Pageant is a space where boys are being turned into men. And pageant space would help you know yourself. It's a journey to self-discovery.
Yeah.
This morning I posted something and it is not the prize at the end of it that matters. It is the transformation in the journey that matters the most. Because you might get the prize, but you won't be transformed. So if you go through the process, the journey is going to shape you. I didn't even see myself becoming this great.
Wow.
Yes, there are things I do now, and I'm like, if you had met me 2 years ago, you would understand that there is a whole lot of change in my life right now. So I went through the school process, then of which I won Mr. RSU.
Yeah.
Then I went to state franchise, Mr. Rivers. So I'm holding two sash actually.
Wow.
Mr. Cosmopolitan and then Mr. Rivers.
Rivers, yeah.
So you know, like, it was very tough. But can I get the question back again?
Yeah, so your life before?
I was a creative director, a graphic designer.
Yeah.
This year is going to make me 10 years in graphics.
Whoa!
Yes, I've worked with some brands, prominent brands, big names too, and I've been part of most events here in Port Harcourt. The branding, I mean.
Yeah.
I could mention a few, May of Pitakwa.
Okay.
Yes, from the first edition to the current edition.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
a lot actually.
Wow.
And then I'm a print expert too. I direct things, how to print. I give advice on what to do and what not to do, and I teach.
How to design. I
Yes.
see you've taken that to 5 states.
Yeah,
I
like
think.
my advocacy. It's called the Creative Notice Initiative. It's a platform where I empower youth with vital skills like videography and graphic designs. You know, the thing about youth is we all have a potential. And the Creative Notice Initiative is a platform that is specialized in bringing out the potential in every youth. It's one thing to empower them with a tool, and it's another thing to teach them how to use that tool. So it is showing them how to fish and giving them the fish.
Wow. That's like cheating a cheat code.
Yes.
People say, show me how to fish and don't give me the fish. But this, you teach how to fish and you also give the fish. So you are encouraged. You have something.
Yes, to push.
Wow, wow, wow. That's such an amazing... I'm sure, guys, you were taking a thing or two out of this particular conversation. Godwin, I would like to know, can you walk us through your Mr. Cosmopolitan journey?
Well, like I said, at first, I never really saw myself coming this far. My journey has been one that has inspired me in person. You know, at first I thought I was not going to make it. I can remember back then in camp, was it it was the last day before we went to rehearsals. I sat down and I was thinking about the reason why I started this journey, because it became so overwhelming. And I want to give shout out to my friends, they've done a lot for me. The Misters of Rivers organization, BCB Entertainment, you know, they've helped me. They saw my weaknesses, and then they pushed me. If I'm really, really grateful for this journey, right, I'll give the accolades to my support system. Yes, my support system, my coach, my speech coach, my friends, the ones that stood there for me. This journey to Mister Cosmopolitan Nigeria 2025 is one that is not just going to show me as a model, but also as a leader with a mission and a voice. I told you, it's more like my flair for creativity. And that aside, I've always wanted to be that person that inspires people through my words and action, because these things are what makes someone a true leader. And remember I said I'm a leader with a mission and a voice. Voice to change, not just by what I look like, but how I act, how relatable I am to situations and circumstances. Because Nigeria, I grew up in a space that people know as a notorious space.
What space is that? Here in River State?
Yeah, here in River State.
Where exactly is that?
Diob.
Oh, you grew up in Diob?
Yes, I'm a Diob boy.
Interesting. So do you know that Godwin grew up in Diob? Guys, they say good things. What's that thing they say? Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Well, I'll just put it this way: we are a product of the choices we make in life, and not the place we're from.
We're product of the choices we make in life, and not the place we are from.
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're learning one or two things, guys, because guys, I'm so wild right now. Now, what drives your passion, for youth empowerment?
Like I said, I inspired myself to be different because of how notorious the environment I grew up in was. So, I believe that in order to make a change, you need to be the change.
You need to be the change.
Be the change you want people to see, how you act. And I faced a lot of challenges while growing up. As a boy child, it is very difficult for you to grow up and have things work for you. I mean, we are in a world where I don't want to sound so sentimental, but the ladies, I know it's very hard, but as a guy, it is more hard to make a good living, because the world see what you're doing and will criticize you fastly. So I wanted to make sure that I was making a change through what I was doing, and I was taking record of the processes I took, so I would understand where the next person who is behind me is going to, I would understand the challenges the person who is behind me is going to face. So, and then this stirred up the empowerment program, and I had a circle of friends who believed so much in empowerment. I had a circle that was like-minded like me. So did that stop me? It didn't. It only made me want to become better. So it pushed me, and then it helped me to key into their vision and also push my vision alongside where I came into their vision.
Wow, wow.